Hello everybody, welcome back to Labz. Today we're going to be talking about a server, and more importantly a PvP server, because right now that's how our server currently is, and for those of you who missed Friday's stream on YouTube, you probably don't know exactly what's going on in the server, as I've been usually streaming these to Twitch. But we do occasionally have videos that show up on the channel for this, which is the reason why I'm going to do a video here instead of in my normal creative mode server, my creative mode playthrough, because this completely pertains to how to set up a PvP town. Or at least how we've decided to set up a PvP town. We have come out here to the middle of absolutely nowhere. This is a gorgeous location, meaning we don't have to worry about the FPS drops of other towns being near this one, which makes this a prime location to do stupid, crazy things. And because this town has got a small little section here and a small little section here, approximately the right distance from each other, it gives us the option to have two different teams, which is pretty sweet. So we've got our red team and we've got our blue team, and we have got several different zones. Over here there's a wall all the way around, which is kind of important just because, say you spawn back in and you don't want to come in quite the same way. Well, there's a lot of open terrain here, and in order to give people the privacy to move about the town without being an easy shot, a wall is definitely needed. Plus, we've got all of these breaks that are here. But we're going to get into that. Right here is the red team. We have got our little bitty bunkhouse, which is where we're going to have... We have got our bedrolls, and we've got our red team dice. We've got a little bit of stone axes going on here, because this isn't going to be about breaking the town in order to fight people. This is going to be more of us using the town as a prop. So this is just like in case you absolutely have to have it. We've got food, water, meds, and of course the bedrolls and some blocks, plus a place to drop their normal items. One of the biggest issues that you can have on a server is the huge difference between the people who could play a lot and those that can only play on the weekends or every other weekend are the levels and the gear that they're going to have. So the only way we can really even that out is to have everybody drop their stuff, and for each round we're going to have a different set of bundles that people can get, plus we're going to have a backup grouping of ammunition that people can have as well. So we got first round, second round, and third round we also have loot that can be found inside the POIs that I will be showing off in just a minute. But basically, this is Team Red's safe zone, this whole side over here. Why this whole side? Not really sure. But other than that, like maybe if this is a town that needs to get built up later on because we decide to do PvP more often, then there's still plenty of room to grow, put in workbenches, put in all of the stuff that they need inside these specific towns at the ends. Blue side is exactly the same way. Let's get over there. And here we have the blue side. Their bunkhouse is right here. I've actually got signs out here. Bedhouse and supplies. Bed Bath and Beyond. Not really. That dude, what are you doing in here? I don't have my weapons on me because I'm adminning right now, so you're just gonna have to die this way. Eh. You just happen to pick on my melee character. Anyway, we have got their bedrolls, their food, all of their stuff in here. Plus, of course, all of their needs for all of that. And we have got their bundles. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of bundles could you possibly pull out? Where are you getting these bundles, Liz? What's going on? For this particular instance, I'm actually using my admin privileges and pulling them from the creative mode. Oh, bundles. Here we go. There's lots and lots of different types of bundles, and all of them have varying amounts of stuff and things. So basically, I had to sit here and think, if we're going to do 3 rounds, how do we vary this up enough to where it feels like it's going to work for the advantage of every type of player that we have? How do we ensure that no matter what type of player you decided to build or customize, your player can use that somehow or another in the game? The only thing I really didn't account for are the fisticuffs. I didn't account for those. I've got melee on the first round, but I don't actually have fists. So right here we've got our baseball bats, and I've got tier 6s on both sides, red and blue, just because, well, this way we don't have to upgrade later on the baseball bats. So everybody got baseball bats. It's not the clubs. It's not anything else like that. Mid-tier, starting out, people can choose to take a cloth armor. There's a bit of food, you know, a bit of random food. Then there's a random melee bundle and pistols. So everybody's going to be starting out with a baseball bat, cloth armor, a pistol of some level, and random bits of ammo and random mods to go inside of their weapon. So that is going to be 1. Round 2, they're going to keep these weapons and all of this stuff, plus they're now going to have access to storage case 2, which is the pup shotgun bundles, the iron, so if they actually spec into heavy armor, they can swap out their cloth for iron, which is probably a very good thing, unless of course they're an agility class and they put all of their points into, you know, the other armor, in which case the other armor is going to be better for them either way. Then we've got the range mods bundle, so they'll actually be able to take the mods and put it into the weapons that they currently have, thereby amping up whatever weapon they first got, plus traps that they can lay out and leave for opposing teams, or they could accidentally find them themselves. So that should make it kind of funny. And third round is when things start getting serious. This is when steel armor and military armor bonus comes in. Well, the bonus ones are... Okay, you have the military armor and you have the steel armor. Then you have the military armor bonus bundle and the steel armor bundle, bonus bundle, which is basically you're going to get a higher tier out of them. So these are going to be top tier armors, and we're going to have the M60 and a whole bunch more mods. So we're going to have something that shoots 9 mils, we're going to have something that shoots 7.62, and we're going to have something that shoots the shotgun shells. All of the types of ammo are going to be used except for the 44, which actually comes into play in town. So, we have all of that, places to drop all of their stuff, their vehicle storage in case they wanted to get it cleared off their map, and access to additional ammos. Alright, so this is the blue team's safe zone right here. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to go from our safe zone, which is back here, to the danger zone. Cue the music. Right here is basically the buffer zone between the safe zone and the actual PvP area. Nobody is supposed to sit inside this zone and fire into the PvP area, nor is anybody supposed to sit in the PvP area and watch this zone. But as they are not actually no longer in the safe zone, they could be spotted coming in, which is the reason why there are some blinds. People can sit up on top of those buildings and watch people trying to rush back towards center, in which case they're going to get spotted. But they can't get shot just yet. Once they pass these red barriers, which is now the kill zone, danger zone, meaning you're running back into the kill zone, and then the actual kill zone, which is when PvP is suddenly inactive. Once you're here, you can get shot and killed. So you kind of have to plan how you're going to get back into the town and try to do it a different way every single time. Utilize all of these different areas for blocking line of sight. Plus, there's some mannequins out here, hopefully, as the sun dips during the PvP matches. If someone's trying to do like a 360 no-scope, something or another off the top, they're going to wind up whacking a mannequin instead of actually doing what they're supposed to do. Here we have Sheriff Dinkers. Nice, nice, nice. This is where the people who are not following the rules, if they don't actually follow the rules, they somehow or another shoot somebody that's not actually in a kill zone. They're going to go in here for a time out of, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. However long Sheriff Dinkers thinks that they need to sit aside. And then, I'm not going to give away too many places where things can be found, but there are random loot containers that are supposed to say loot. Oops. That are supposed to say loot, and they've got random things in here, like this is actually an auto shotgun bundle and crafting ammo. The crafting ammo, we're going to have like crafting workbenches and stuff like that down there, so if they find stuff to make ammo, they can actually put it in their workbench and then walk away and come back later on and get it, so they'll have additional ammo. And let me see, what else do we have here? We have got a lot of different places where we stored stuff and things. And the whole point in this particular way of doing it, I wanted to ensure that people would feel the need there's another one. And this is so people will feel the need to move around all of the buildings. Instead of like camping one building, there's actually loot in every single one of these buildings, and some of them have more than one box. And some of them have really good boxes, and some have some really sucky boxes. So by moving around and looking for the loot, you have a chance of upgrading your weapons, possibly to marksman rifles and things of that nature, because none of them currently have the ability to do a marksman rifle. They don't have hunting rifles. There's no ranged anything as far as you can see, unless during tier 3 they come over here and actually get those particular types of weapons. So no matter what type, style, where they stuck their skill points, at some round their character is going to shine. So that's kind of how I set the entire town up. We've got the kill zone. Over here, we've got the, here we go, the demo zone basically over here, the danger zone on this side, where people can watch you as you slowly make your way up to town. And then we've, of course, got the easy zone. Speaking of which, every single one of these need workbenches and stuff, and I don't have workbenches inside each one of them. Alright, I am part of Red Team, which means this is... I say I'm part of Red Team, I don't actually know what team I'm on just yet. We haven't done the drawing yet. But say I come over here, I'm going to put my bedroll in here. I'm going to get my first bundle of weapons and stuff, which is going to be a pistol and a baseball bat. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make a decision about how I'm going to try and get into the town. I could come in here through the main entrance. This seems too easy, right? This is going to be way too easy. So what if I decide I'm going to go way down here, and I'm going to try and sneak back into town this way. Okay, now I'm going to keep my eyes open, because right now I'm safe. Until I pass those red markers, I'm safe. As a matter of fact, there needs to be... There are no red markers on this side. Hang on. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how tall those things are. Okay. From here, say I came in over there. Now I'm going to sit here and watch, and I'm going to wait. And if I see no movement in the houses beyond, I might be like, okay, this might be a good side to run in on. And as I pass this, now I'm in hunting range. People can actually attack me. And I could try and run, say, this way. That's community area, so we're not going to worry about that. Say I'm going to run in here. And I'm going to attempt to try and find a good place to hide. Maybe go up into this area. Okay, this seems like a pretty bad place to hide, actually, now that I think about it. But sitting up here with a pistol, you know, right there. And maybe if I'm sitting here and I'm quiet, somebody could come in and investigate, and I could fall on top of them with my baseball bat and smack them a couple of times and then run back out of here. I'm going to say this is probably not the best house to try and hide in, because there's literally a way you could get stuck in here and die. But that's kind of the point, is to try each one of these houses. Hide inside each one of these houses. Hide. We're probably going to have, like, random ladders that go up the backs of them and across different buildings and stuff like that. Basically a jungle gym of a whole area, and we'll just see how it turns out. Now, for step 1 and step 2 that we're going to be doing, we're probably going to be going for a certain amount of time, and everybody's going to have to keep track of the kill count that they do. And then on the third one, we're going to keep track of it, but we're also going to have access to all the loot containers that are here, so not only are we going to be upgrading to crazy amounts of loot that we're going to be using from the bundles, we're also going to find the random loot that's all over the town, which is going to force people to move around and fight in different ways, which should be a lot of fun. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, another factor is we've also got all of these burning barrels all over the place, plus everybody's going to be firing at each other, lots of ammo is going to be used up. Chances of us calling a horde by accident very, very high, which will actually cause the whole PvP thing to pause as we take care of them, and then we're gonna have to go back into it. So basically, guys, that's how we set up the PvP area. We're gonna see how it turns out. Hopefully, this will be a learning experience for the next server we also have established. It's gonna be a PvP server. You guys, if you have any tips, ideas on what we could possibly do to make our PvP area, just let me know down there in the comments section, and we'll see if we can implement them. And I will see you next time. You have a wonderful day, wonderful night, and you stay shiny. Bye. Times have changed. The zombie apocalypse is here. Do we run? Do we hide? Or do we adapt and build? Do we survive?